If you've ever taken a road trip through the Pacific Northwest, you've probably seen a bumper sticker for a place called Gravity Falls.
Well, I've moved in.
It's not on any maps, and most people have never heard of it. Some people think it's a myth. But if you're curious, don't wait. Take a trip. Find it. It's out there somewhere in the woods, waiting.
I love that the Bill Cipher statue is the first thing to greet you in the parking lot. I wonder if that totem pole is also hiding a transmitter that the Pines can use to erase the minds of government agents. It looks like the real-life Mystery Shack really is waiting out there somewhere in the woods. Only, it's actually based in Northern California. It's not hard to see the core design inspiration for the Mystery Shack, with hand-painted signs featuring bright red lettering on yellow backgrounds, the gift shop interior exploding with tchotchkes, and of course a gravity house that features some curious gravitational anomalies. Plus there was a train ride, but unfortunately that wasn't operating the day I visited. If you've never taken a trip down the Oregon Coast Highway, which is called the Redwood Highway in Northern California, or Highway 101 in the US, I highly recommend it. Oh my gosh, it's a Cipher Hunt puzzle signed by Alex Hirsch! Love that it's proudly displayed in the gift shop front window for fans to quickly spot. The entire drive is incredibly beautiful, and clearly the aesthetic inspiration behind the setting of Gravity Falls. But of course, for fans, the main highlight is a small section of Highway 101 that is home to a group of roadside attractions such as Trees of Mystery, the One Log House, Legend of Bigfoot, etc. And all of these are the inspirations for many of the locations in the show, as confirmed by series creator Alex Hirsch, with Confusion Hill being the primary one that inspired the Mystery Shack. I was absolutely obsessed with how perfectly the real-life aesthetics seemed to match the show. Admission to the Gravity House is only $7, so of course I had to go. I also got a souvenir mug from the gift shop. Is seeing believing? Walking around, I think there's something beautiful about the fact that this place has been pretty much preserved in its original state. It's a little hokey, but it knows it and embraces it, and doesn't shy away from the fact that it's from an almost forgotten era. Like the sign says, if you came here to have fun, you will. If not, you won't. Attitude is everything. Oh my gosh, so many roadside attraction pamphlets! Candy would be so excited to see all of these. I even spotted one that advertised an attraction that's in my hometown in Oregon. Before going into the Gravity House, there are some other small activities to do that were highlighted as individual exhibits. This one was all about the properties of the metal rod, and it included metal shavings to try and demonstrate the weird magnetic properties of the place. Confusion Hill also has its own legend of the Chippelope. You can read the full story on their official website too, link in description. There is also this absolutely incredible sign that includes a quote from the founder of Confusion Hill, George Hudson. According to Confusion Hill's official website, after World War II, George was intrigued with the idea of finding his own special place similar to the Oregon Vortex and the Santa Cruz Mystery Spot. He believed that there were more than just a few places in nature that defied its own laws. Love this huge sign explaining what makes the Gravity House worthy of being Hudson's own special place. I really wish the train ride was in operation when I was there. Oh well, guess I'll have to go back and see if it's up and running next time I plan on taking a drive down the 101. Cool. These stickers are great. Totally makes me think of the "What is the Mystery Shack" stickers in the show. There is also this incredible map with the handwritten caption, "The Vortex Research Group consider these 9 sites to be authentic vortex anomalies." Absolutely Ford approved. Alright, finally time to go into the Gravity House. Looks like this place is Dipper and Mabel approved. And here's another exhibit that demonstrates your height changes if you stand on either the north or south end of the measuring stick. The weather vane makes no sense. W, H, A, and T aren't directions. What does that even mean? Ford Pines in Journal 3. I love that these small weather vanes were the only major show additions to the place. Classy and understated. It's difficult to capture on camera how slanted this Gravity House actually was. It was definitely a core workout to walk around here. The signs kept referring to cardinal directions. Luckily, because it's along the 101, it was easy to know which way was north because the highway runs north to south too. North is to the right in this instance. Inside the Gravity House, there were even more exhibits. My stomach actually felt a bit weird going inside, like a strong pull towards the right, north. So maybe there was some strange activity going on after all. Honestly, I wish I had visited with a friend, because some of these exhibits seemed like it would have been better to have 2 people try it out and spot one another. I couldn't attempt walking on the wall because I wasn't coordinated enough to balance. Maybe this is a better angle to see how slanted the Gravity House was. On to the second room. Even more exhibits to be discovered. The golf ball rolled down the ramp, but the opposite way of the hill slope. It's a true mystery. I tried pulling this weight, and it was indeed harder to move towards the left, south, than the right, north, the complete opposite of the golf ball exhibit. Must be some strange gravitational forces at work. It was fun seeing kids come and enjoy the house too, especially since they were definitely too young to know this show, so they were truly at Confusion Hill just to have some fun. After I left the Gravity House, it was time to explore the rest of Confusion Hill before I had to get back on the road. I was absolutely obsessed with the wonky beams and general architecture of the place. Makes you wonder if there's a vending machine somewhere hiding a summer's worth of mysteries to uncover. Time to exit, but not before looking at all the adorable Gravity Falls fan art that greets you before you leave. Gravity Falls fans have truly left our small mark on this iconic piece of Americana, with fan art and Kickstarters to help preserve this attraction from a bygone era. Not to mention Alex Hirsch himself gifting the place the Bill Cipher statue, which is actually quite big in person, and the autograph puzzle. I was in love with the signpost that also included the arrow at the bottom that pointed towards Hades. Had to zoom in to see some of the amazing places the arrows were pointing to. I wonder where Likely and Mystery Spot go. There is also a great sign designating the place as an official point of interest for California, which read, Confusion Hill was opened in 1949 by George Hudson. It consisted of a gift shop, snack bar, and the soon-to-become world-famous Gravity House. Confusion Hill is a perfect example of the unique era of roadside attractions that flourished across the United States just before and after World War II. The new mobility that came with acquiring a family car allowed a freedom that had never before been possible. My favorite part of the place was undoubtedly this pet rock security prison, Gideon-proofed, obviously. And the rock balancing section was also amazing. I wonder what allowed these rocks to escape being put in the security prison. This is just good stuff. Of course there's also a kids' rock balancing section, but with a few more colorful rocks in the iconic red and yellow. Incredible. Continuing on, the sign also said, thousands of families could now load up the car and head out on adventures, seeking new, strange, and fun places to take the family. Confusion Hill has maintained not only its physical integrity, but also a real feeling of that bygone time. It is one of the few remaining examples of the roadside attraction phenomena that occurred in the 1930s and 1940s. This period reflects the start of our society's love affair with the automobile. The family car began to be the controlling factor in a family's recreational activities. The flavor of that period in our nation's development is purposefully nurtured and kept alive here at Confusion Hill for everyone to experience and enjoy today. We hope that folks now will get a taste of the same mystery and fun that flavored visits to Confusion Hill back in 1949. If you were wondering, my playlist while wandering around obviously included the official soundtrack, but it also featured a lot of Lord Huron. I'm pretty sure Meet Me in the Woods was made for Ford. Seeing everything in person definitely made me fall in love with this place outside of its ties to the show. When I was in high school, we actually visited the Trees of Mystery attraction unironically to go hiking and drive through a hollowed-out redwood tree. So this area of the US has a lot of great memories for me, even if I went to the competitor of Confusion Hill first that probably inspired Mystery Mountain on the show. Well, time to say goodbye and happy 75 years to Confusion Hill. And thank you to all the fellow Gravity Falls fans that gave me such a warm response to my previous video. I'm not sure what my next analysis for the fandom will be, as there's a few other shows I have waiting in the rings first, but I promise we'll meet again!